So Alex, thanks for the introduction. I'm excited to be here. Excited to have you here as clients. I'm going to start, instead of talking about the product roadmap, I'm going to start on what Lotame is today. When Adam joined earlier this year, we kind of took the opportunity to step back and kind of evaluate client use cases and prospect use cases. And kind of what came to the surface is the need for data solutions, not just the next product feature. That led to our Unstacked approach. And really what Lotame Unstacked means, it's a purposeful decoupling of products and services from the platform to meet an ever-growing variety of business needs. It's one team servicing two market segments with three areas of focus: planning, activation, and insights and analytics. Kind of underneath those three areas of focus are the core of the platform, the four core products. So that's the Lotame Lab, Lotame Connect, Lotame Analytics, and the Lotame Data Exchange. So internally, we kind of refer to these as the core four. And the reason that we want to kind of level set here is because you're going to see some of these themes and concepts weaved into our roadmap and our product updates. So really at the center of the core four, and really at the center of any data solution, is Lotame Connect. Lotame Connect is effectively how data flows into and out of the platform. And we're going to spend some time in the roadmap talking about how that's evolving, both for our product as well as the market. To the left, you've got the Lotame Lab, and this is all the different ways that you can build an audience in the platform. So whether that's using our audience builder to manually build audiences, create your custom blend, or programmatic ways to create audiences using our modeling tool, Optimizer. We've got kind of two flavors of analytics, so audience analytics and campaign analytics. I'm going to touch on some improvements that we've made to the audience side of that. And then on the right is the data marketplace. So this is where you can access a wide variety of third-party data providers, as well as, and Aruna touched on this earlier with the panel, kind of the burgeoning private data exchange, the second-party data marketplace that we support. All right, so 2019 was a busy year for the product team, a productive year. And I want to spend some time, again, before talking about the roadmap, just to touch on some highlights and some feature enhancements that we made to the platform this year. Our goal in 2019 was to deploy products that were flexible and customizable, and most importantly, actionable and impactful. So we started 2019 with a feature called the Rule Builder. So the Rule Builder is an advanced data collection tool, and really what we are aiming for here is giving our clients the power to harness their first-party data and map that back to their broader data strategy. So what you're seeing here in this example is just how the level of granularity that you have at your fingertips as a client to harness the power of your first-party data. Raw URLs, product prices and ranges, page titles, search terms, all of these can be combined using advanced Boolean logic to define your most valuable customer or prospect. Just as importantly with this tool, the Rule Builder, you no longer need to categorize behaviors. So if anybody's been in the product, that can be time consuming and cumbersome, and this was kind of aimed at making your life a little bit more efficient. So with a foundation in first-party data, we then turned our attention over to audience planning. So when we spoke with power users of the product, two kind of key themes emerged throughout the year, and that was, I need data fast, and I need a tool that allows me to collaborate with my team members in real time. With that, we introduced two features into the lab, into the audience builder: real-time audience forecasting and audience drafts. So today, clients can pick and choose from thousands of data points to create their custom blend, and they can understand audience reach in seconds. You can also save your work and share that across teams for either modifications. So you can save that as an audience draft, and you can share that with team members so they can modify it or get approval to publish it for activation. So spent some time on flexible first-party data collection, moved into audience building and planning, And that kind of led to the next shipment for us, which was a focus on how to take our audience analytics to the next level. So, sorry. Gonna go without slides, there we go. So when we interviewed customers about our analytics, we really found that our clients fell into 3 camps. Camp number 1 was, I need a quick snapshot of my audience that I can respond to client briefs and RFPs. So that's the audience summary dashboard. So the audience summary dashboard is designed to give you a quick snapshot of your audience, from the demographic to the geographic to the device makeup, as well as the top 10 behavioral interests of your audience. And again, this is designed so that you can quickly respond to client briefs and RFPs. The next kind of tool in the audience analytics toolkit is the top behavior report. So this was designed for kind of the second camp of clients and power users. And these are folks that need a quick and efficient way to optimize their audience against top performing behaviors. So behaviors that over-index against an audience, that they want to optimize their audience or their campaign or however they're using the analytics. So from this workflow, you can quickly identify the top 10 to 25 over-indexing behaviors and action on that. You can create a new audience, you can add that to your existing audiences, but really this tool is meant to quickly and efficiently identify top performing data sets and action on them. The third kind of camp of clients that we spoke with, they were interested in, these are kind of our data storytellers. So these are clients that are looking to provide data-driven storytelling to their briefs. Jeff Dacre from Politico was up here earlier talking about just kind of the rise and the power of data visualization and the need to have a tool at your fingertips that can tell that story. So this dashboard gives you access to thousands of data points and includes interactive filters that allows you to cut the data by source, as well as hierarchy and industry vertical. And as you customize your settings, there's a heat map that changes in real time. And again, it gives you that sense of visualization, that sense of storytelling. So this dashboard is great if you are looking to tell a data-driven story to your clients. It also includes the same workflow as the top behaviors report, where you can sort by performance and quickly action on that data. The last kind of feature that I want to run through here in 2019, this is in beta, is the audience overlap report. So this report allows you to analyze multiple audiences in the DMP and how they correlate and overlap with each other. It's a powerful tool, especially if you want to create lookalike audiences off of the existing audiences that you have in your account. A common use case that I want to highlight here is what some of our publishers use this tool for. So a lot of our publishers will onboard marketer or brand data, build audiences out of that, and then use this tool to understand the overlap or the intersection of the brand or client data with the publisher first-party data or inventory. It's a really powerful tool. We're excited to see where this goes. It's kind of in its early stages. I mentioned it's in beta, so all the client feedback is welcome there. All right, and then on the product launches, Aruna I thought that was a great panel earlier, just talking about the power of second-party data and what that means in our ecosystem. And Andy touched on this earlier. This is a trend we're seeing globally. But we launched earlier this year the Lotame Private Data Exchange, PDX. PDX is a data activation platform enabling direct marketer to publisher transactions at scale in a transparent and trusted fashion. So authenticated second-party data and some niche third-party data providers, they use PDX to package, price, and sell their valuable data assets to kind of discerning buyers. And for buyers, and there were a few up here on the panel earlier that were talking about the importance of understanding the source of the data that they're purchasing and how it performs. So everything from provenance to how that is measured against IAB quality standards. So super excited about this launch and this offering. We have some tables set up outside of the auditorium here If you want to learn more about PDX and what it means and what it could mean for your business, Arun is around, and any member of the product team is also welcome. You're welcome to share some ideas and learn more. And then lastly for me, really, really excited to announce the availability of Lotame TV packages for all of our clients. Lotame TV is a connected set of data solutions and allows media agencies, brands, publishers to access the power of TV viewership data, so both on the programming side as well as the commercial viewership side. So we are bringing these products to market starting today, and it allows you to amplify your brand in a cross-screen method. You get to gain new insights on existing customers, and you get to activate against always-on TV viewership segments as well as custom TV viewership segments. And this is where we really think we differentiate ourselves in the market, how we can take your business to the next level when it comes to TV viewership data. We can provide custom TV audiences as a service. We have a builder that's an internal tool that we can run as a managed service for you. I'm super excited about this. And again, happy to talk at the booth outside. If you have questions on how this works, on what it is, happy to chat more.
We're very excited about 2020, and I want to talk to you about, first I want to set the stage of why we are doing what we're going to announce right now. We're facing some challenges in the marketplace. We've been talking about this, and it was raised in the first panel about how many devices are out there. I'm just going to pull that quote up because it did kind of blow my mind. TAPAD sees 100 to 200 billion devices on a 60-day look back, which is a large number of new devices. Mary Meeker, one of my favorite thinkers in the space, talking about how more and more devices are coming online. I don't know about you guys, but I have several members of my family who now have advertisements playing in their kitchens on new Samsung refrigerators. So this is a big deal, and it's not just mobile phones and desktops anymore. It's a lot of different things. We need to figure out how to solve for that. Also, the cookie panic. We call it the cookie apocalypse. Browsers are stepping in, wading into the privacy problem. I have a little bit of a different point of view here. I feel as if the browsers are making choices on behalf of consumers to protect themselves. It really isn't a consumer-friendly point of view. I think Safari in particular thinks they're protecting the user, but really I think we all know behind the scenes it's Apple saying, I'm the only organization who gets to see the behaviors that happen on my devices. Chrome, I think, has a better point of view, but still it's not really their choice to be making privacy decisions on our behalf. But this is a problem, and we all know it is, and we've got to figure out a way, Tiffany raised it, how do we respect consent if we can't remember that it's you who made the request, made the consent request? So how do we persist privacy choices? And then there's the problem of these regulators. I actually think that the legislators, while not being, I think that they're very innocent, are actually doing a good job. I would say that GDPR and CCPA both give power to the consumer, whether the consumer really understands that power or whether they know how to use it. I think it's a good move, but ultimately, Oh, it looks like I have an update. You guys don't mind, do you? It'll go really fast. I'll just really quickly, go through the upgrade here. Let me see. Let go. Just make sure. Oh, right on. This is the press release that went out. Fantastic. We're getting this new upgrade right here on stage right now. We're upgrading. That's fantastic. Well, I'm so glad that you guys are here for this. Yes, so Lotame is rolling out this great new product called the Cartographer. It is, find your people. We are moving from a device or cookie-based platform to a people-based platform, and we're very excited to bring you along that journey. It's got two main components. It's got the lightning tag, and the Cartographer, which is the graph component. So I'm just going to move through this upgrade just to get it upgraded right away. Great. So Lightning Tag. Lightning Tag is our new a new lightweight, sits in the header and does all of the work of our previous tags in one go. Audience targeting on the first impression, comprehensive user tracking on all browsers and all environments, and improving match rates for your DSPs. We're very excited to roll this out, and for publishers in the room, this is a game changer for you guys because, oh, yeah, I can upgrade here. Okay, it's going to be loading in the header. So a lot of you who have already implemented, for those of you who are in the ops, you know that a lot of our data collection happens after the page is fully loaded so that we can capture all of the important contextual behavioral data that we want to capture. And so we often find ourselves not able to offer audience targeting on the page or on the ad slot that loaded before we did our data collection. Well, now the Lightning Tag will fire in the header. It will attempt to drop a third or first and also use local storage to persist the identity. It will collect first-party data in that environment. It will qualify profiles in real time and offer them for targeting right there in an API call in milliseconds. So what this means is that for a user who shows up on a new browser that you, as a publisher, have never seen before, you can track that user, qualify them for audiences, and serve data-driven audience segmentation targeting right there in the first impression. There are a ton of other wonderful possibilities here. Oh, I gotta upgrade that. Okay, great. So let me go back. The Lightning Tag, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how it works together with the Cartographer piece, but the Cartographer is a graph, identity graph. It is a next-generation, people-based identity graph. It maps connections between and within device types and clusters them to the individual. This is very important because we're moving away from devices and cookies to the person, and we think that by moving to a probabilistic individual identifier, we can be more privacy compliant and we can persist privacy consent signals that consumers are sending us better in this way. So, yes, it's a long upgrade, but I think it's worth it. So how does this Cartographer product work? For those of you who know all this stuff, the Omars and the data scientists in the room, you're going to get bored for a second. But for everybody else, let's assume that Alex Thériault, my favorite French Canadian, is on her her desktop, and the first-party cookie goes to the website, and we capture some first-party data. But then on Tuesday, it deletes that cookie. Then on Wednesday, she comes back, same device, different first-party cookie. But Lotame has captured the event. We've got the IP address, the user agent, and the timestamp on those visits. Then she goes to the same website or the same property on her phone, and then she watches some TV content related to that same publisher. All of that information and the event level for each of those devices is captured. We cluster it together both at the household and then at the individual, and we come up with an individual ID, essentially studying how often are devices seen together, and when do they move together, when do they not move together, etc. And we come up with an individual ID. Then so if folks who turn this on in the beta or whenever you decide to upgrade to the Cartographer product, we will pass those devices clustered to the individual out with every audience. What does that mean? It means you create an audience today of people who are interested in buying a Jaguar. We send out, if you're just sending out, without any kind of device cross-device technology, you're sending out to the DSP or to the activation partner those IDs which have actively shown the interest in Jaguar. They've visited to the Jaguar site or something, so they've actually done the thing. Once Cartographer is turned on, we will send both those IDs and all of the other IDs clustered to that individual. That's important because think of all the IDs that have either been purged or are on different devices or on, you went to one site on Safari and another on Chrome. It's unlikely, but it does happen. Maybe you've got 2 or 3 first-party cookies that have multiple behavior points. Let's say I'm female, I'm 18 to 35, and I'm interested in buying a Jaguar. But all 3 of those data points are on first-party cookies that are separated. The Cartographer product joins them and qualifies all of those devices for the audience. So we increase scale. We are better at targeting the user and the full vision of the user. It powers better, precise targeting for brands and more inventory for our publisher partners. The best thing, though, about this is that now, no thanks to all the browsers who are doing a really good job of preventing us from actually respecting the privacy choices of those browsers and consumers who are coming to our publisher sites and visiting our brand sites and interacting with our brand, we can step away from the browsers and cluster all of these devices at the individual level and persist their privacy choices across that individual identifier. Super important, right? Just the way Grant was saying, he's like, I go and I opt out of don't sell my data on my laptop at work, and then I go home and I'm on my phone and I see I'm getting an advertisement based on that visitation. That is a privacy gap, and that is something that publishers and CCPA says we must solve. Lotame is doing the hard work of clustering these devices together and persisting the privacy signal through all of those devices to make sure that you can respect your consumers' privacy choices. Basically, we got your back. I'm just gonna roll through this. It just takes a while, but you have to. So what are the benefits of these 2 things together? So I talked about the lightning tag, super lightweight, first impression, collecting data in all environments, and then the combination of that with our new people-based ID solution. What are the benefits? Well, first impression targeting. We're going to give you the ability to serve data targeting on every impression. Right now, you lose a lot of that inventory because of browsers and ITP, first-party cookies, et cetera. We're going to give you the ability to serve data targeting on every impression. We're going to allow you to collect first-party data on every environment and in every browser and join that together at the individual. We're going to increase your scale, right? Now you've got 4 first-party cookies, a third-party cookie, a mobile phone, and maybe even a TV in that audience when before you only had 1 third-party cookie. We're going to offer this privacy-compliant solution, which we think is going to really help our clients answer to CCPA, GDPR, and other global and statewide challenges. And then one of the best parts, I think, is that brands and publishers, you guys now already in the room, have different use cases and different languages that you talk internally. With the Lotame platform at the people base and seeing unique users, or we're going to surface unique people in the platform, you're going to be able to talk to your brand clients in a language they already understand, and brand clients are going to be able to come to you with RFPs and say, I want to target 2 million unique people, and you will be able to generate an audience that provides your brand client with that exact answer. Here's 2 million unique Jaguar intenders. Further, this people-based panorama will permit the unsegmenting, so the concept that you can do sequential messaging because you have an audience of individuals. You then you take them out of the audience as soon as they've been exposed on any one of their devices. This is something that brand clients will understand. I have a group of people who I only really want to message 3 times. Now that Lotame is clustering all of these first-party cookies, third-party cookies, and devices at the individual level, we can track those 3 impressions across all channels and remove them from the segment once they've seen enough messaging. And then the final one is connectivity. By connecting all of these device IDs and essentially creating a graph of graphs, meaning we have a probabilistic engine, we are using the capabilities you already have in terms of your customer IDs, and all of the partners that we work with who have their own tables and graph capabilities, we will help our customers persist identity through the individual ID and increase your overlap with those partners through that connectivity. Those are the benefits. Very excited about it. Thank you guys for allowing me to upgrade in front of you. And essentially, you can start upgrading right now. November 1st is the lightning tag, so the lightweight lightning tag that I'm discussing. That will be in beta on November 1st. Please reach out to your favorite Lotame rep to get that started. It will require a little bit of an implementation of a new tag, but as soon as you've done that, you can start taking advantage of its new capabilities. And then the Cartographer will go into beta on January 1st. We could have rolled it out in December, but you're all very busy in that time. And so we thought, well, January 1st would probably be a better time for you guys to make some changes. It requires a small addendum, and then we will just turn it on, and you can start taking advantage of its capabilities. And then the analytics suite, which I haven't really touched a ton on, but essentially the people-based both stats and overlap metrics, where we're giving you the 360 view of people rather than devices, will be available in Q2 of 2020. So we're super excited that this product is available for existing clients and new customers. Please ask your favorite Lotame rep to tell you more. We're really excited about this and looking forward to getting you guys started on this and to give us great feedback on it. Thanks.